Some students from Lincoln University put collars, GPS collars on possums, and we didn't really have a handle on how possums were used in the sea cliffs, and most likely denning in those sea cliffs. How we remove every single possum from some sea cliffs that are like 200 metres tall. Can't even get that close to them.
What have you got there?
Got a feral cat, 2 weasels and 2 rats. So weasels, 2 weasels.
Are these frozen?
They are, yes, we do freeze them. Banks Peninsula is a unique landscape. Being surrounded by water enables us to be more like an island where we can reduce possum reinvasion into our treatment area.
This is a fairly ambitious venture, isn't it?
It certainly is. We're amongst some others that are trying to do it for the first time, so we're all learning together.
Wow.
Nobody knows how to do this.
So you're being watched?
Absolutely, everything we do is being watched. When you look at possums and rats and stoats and everything else put together, just the damage they do to the whole ecosystem is pretty significant. And if you start reducing one native species versus another, then you're really throwing the whole balance of the ecosystem out of whack. With our current funding, Pest Free Banks Peninsula is working over 2 landscapes. 23,000 hectares on the extended wild side, that's a possum elimination project. We are also targeting mustelids and feral cats. On Kaiteriti, 5,000 hectares, we're aiming to eliminate 6 different species. Hedgehogs, got feral cats, got possums, and we have the 3 mustelids. In summer, all down through Te Waihora, just waterfowl galore. I mean, this is a hot spot for birds. The coast, the invertebrates, and the lizards, geckos, phenomenal. There's a moth that only lives here on Kaiteriti on a plant. You know, it's that dynamic and it's that special. On Kaiteriti, we've got about 300 traps. Majority of those are self-reporting traps. So they get set off, we get a notification, we go out and service them pretty quickly in the morning. Crikey, you're a big rat. What's that? Size of my head? Size of my Swede?
Wow.
Look at these chompers on them.
Terry here finds feral cats and he'll let me know where they are. He's got a collar that's got a GPS, and then the rest of the team will jump in and try to catch the cat. This is a good time of the year to find them because there's not much food around, they move around a lot.
The feral cat is the apex predator in Aotearoa. I mean, it just beasts everything. You know, they're just massive, they're just so smart, they'll just outcompete everything. Yeah, the big prize is the feral cats out here. The mustelids are a bit easier to get. Hedgehogs are pretty straightforward.
This one here, Nightshade, she is the hedgehog dog. And she finds hedgehogs and she loves it. There's a hog, Nadi. Hedgehogs, they seem very cute, but they're in the wrong country. And they eat anything here on Kaiteriti. Lots of insects, lizards, eggs, tiny birds. They just hoover everything up they can find. She's picking up a scent. What you got? What you got? Yes! Good girl! I roll them in a dry bag and then I take them to the car and then I shoot them with an air rifle.
I think we need to give the team some more lessons on mustelid identification. That's a weasel, but it's a large weasel.
Are there many weasels on the spit?
Many. The main mustelid out here, 95% of what we catch is weasels.
Why are so many weasels on the spit?
You know, we've got heaps of lizards, geckos, invertebrates, and mice. So yeah, they're having a field day.
They're quite handsome in a way, aren't they?
Yeah, they're cute little things when they're running around.
We have been working just shy of a year now. 2 years ago, going for a walk down the sand dunes, you'd never see anything. This summer, when we walked through there was just lizards and geckos everywhere. We were able to see a change that quickly. It's quite phenomenal. New Cap Palm Gully is Department of Conservation land, absolutely stunning, just under 200 hectares, a lot of possums. There's tracks everywhere, there's a lot of damage to the trees. Possums being an introduced species from Australia, without their predators here, their natural predators, keeping them in check, they're just gone rampant. The damage they do to the forest structure by eating most palatable species, the absolute appetite for invertebrates and everything else. I mean, these guys just have an impact on every cycle of the ecosystem. You can see here the possum claw marks as they're climbing up here. And that's just from years and years and years of climbing to go up to the fruit, to the berries. This is a whitey wood, and you can see that's been stripped up here probably last year, and that'll be all possums. It's all through here, all these markings, all the bite marks, up all through these trees. I mean, that's having an impact on the ability of this plant to, to live.
These are our self-resetting traps made by New Zealand Auto Traps. They're battery powered, so that we're able to get multiple kills out of one station, which means that we don't have to come back into this type of country and have to reset them after every single kill. Pretty deadly. There's 2 fresh kills since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Very effective little tools.
They are an extremely good tool, but they can't tell the difference between a domestic cat and a possum. So every tool's got advantages, disadvantages. In an area like this here, where there is no domestic cats around and there's lots of possums, yeah, these are good.
On the wild side, we have 92 set out at the moment, in backyards, roadsides, public parks, all over the place. So far today we're up to 9 and we've still got half of our traps to check, so going well.
On this line, every single bait station had, 3 or 4 possums underneath it, which is a pretty good take. And these ones died by encapsulated cyanide.
And with that, there is restrictions, so we have to be careful around dwellings, around public walking tracks, around water take areas.
Possums are kind of like anything else. You don't go to the restaurant and order every single thing on the menu because you don't like everything on the menu. And so we know that this tool is really effective for a large proportion, but it's not going to do it 100%. So it's just one of our tools in our toolbox.
We are absolutely buggered without the community buy-in. We are working on private land. We're working in people's backyards as well as on their farms. Yes, there's some public land out here, but the bulk of it is private land. So really having that buy-in from that community is absolutely critical.
The traps in the trap library are available for anyone here on Banks Peninsula. I really notice now that the community, they're showing up in even higher numbers and just keen to do their own bit to get rid of the predators that they see in their backyard.
Just checking my trap line, morning routine.
You do this how often?
Oh, every good morning I can.
Do you?
Yeah, before school.
What time are you getting up?
Oh, about 5:30.
Are you?
Yeah. Last month I got 30, so that's a all right month. I've got 40 a few times. I get paid per possum, so that makes it a bit of a benefit for me.
Possums can breed twice a year. It's about 185 days from birth or sexual maturity, and then after that they can start pumping them out. So in this country here, if you walk away from it without doing control, you've lost all that work you've done, all that mahi you've done. They'll be back.
Any more?
One more. Yeah, 4 possums is all right. 8 if you count the joeys.
Yeah.
We know from research that the furthest distance a juvenile possum has travelled with a collar on it was about 54 kilometres over a 10-night period. So that relates to scale. We need scale to stop that reinvasion. I estimate possum numbers probably about 460,000, and I think we've probably nobbled close to 4,000 possums, something like that.
There's a few to go.
A few more to go, but the good thing is we are learning every day and we're accelerating every day. Yeah. We've been working with Jean Louise, a master's student at Lincoln University. She put out 20 cameras along bait stations that we put in at the start of May. Throughout May, she recorded 4,456 images of possums. At the start of July, she'd recorded 12. From the 15th of July till mid-August, no possums were recorded across the 20 cameras.
Oh, you're making a difference.
It's working. The whole peninsula is 115,000 hectares. If we are valued by the community and we undertake this safely and professionally, then I'm confident funding will come and we'll be able to scale up and work across that landscape.
Yeah, in time, though.
Maybe next year.